Okay, I'm really excited to tell you all about HEX and our journey. So here at HEX, we're an edtech company based in Melbourne, Australia, but we've got team members in regional New South Wales and Adelaide. We're all about raising the exponential intelligence of the next generation, and we call this XQ. We think it's important for students and young people to kind of understand the skills and the attributes that they need to become great leaders and innovators of the future. The problem that we've identified is that education as a system is pretty linear. So it's a system which is expensive, it's long, it has a really hard time keeping up to date with new technology trends. And we know that this actually leads to a lot of wasted talent in our young folk. So what we're trying to do is actually create a solution that unlocks captive talent by being super relevant, experiential and really fun. We have one of the highest completion rates that I've ever seen in education business, over 90%. And it's also importantly aligned with academic credit to Australian and global universities. When I talk about expanding career paths with HEX, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Sarah is a student who could have become a fabulous graphic designer, but through our global connections, our innovation thinking, and her exposure to new technology, she has become one of Australia's sought after virtual reality and augmented reality designers, as well as paying it forward and becoming a role model to people around her. I'm really proud to say that HEX as a business has been around since 2017, and we've fully bootstrapped our way to $2 million revenue. So we've hit plenty of milestones, including onboarding 35 plus universities as partners, and most recently we were selected by the Atlassian Foundation as being an education partner for 2021 and 22. The product development cycle that we have is pretty rapid. So pre-COVID, we actually used to take students overseas to places like Silicon Valley and launched a bunch of new online programs just in the last 12 to 18 months. So what's next is this project that I'm applying for through the BFF grant, which is HEX Academy. We're going forward with this model, which is going to be fully asynchronous, allowing us to scale to students around the world. We're also going to back this up with HEX World, which is our community as a service model, which supplies in real-time mentorship, peer support, and engagement for students. You can think about HEX Academy as being a little bit like a mini tech MBA for kids. We see it as bridging that gap from school leavers to their future. HEX is targeting this global market of school leavers, and we know from working with over 5,000 of them that there are so many that are just not ready to choose a university degree yet. They find it expensive, they're really concerned that they don't know what they want to do, and they don't want to waste time. And they're also quite afraid of going into an online learning environment which is not engaging and leaves them isolated. HEX is here to support this cohort of students as they transition from school leaving to their future. The challenge that we're facing and the reason we're applying for the Boosting Female Founders grant is that if we continue to build in this way, our business is a really linear service-based model. It just means that we're not able to scale as fast as we'd like to scale. And this incredible impact that we're having on students, people that say that we literally changed the trajectory of their lives and career, we won't be able to have that impact on as many people as we like. We really see that we're serving a huge global market, blending higher education, edtech, and lifelong learning. And I'm so excited to also be working towards market entry in places like India, as well as the USA, where we also have existing paying customers and partnerships. This grant will really help us to supercharge that growth, as well as build this scalable product. We know that edtech's a crowded market, but we're pretty sure we've carved out a great space here. It's a tech-enabled business, and we really treat our students like the sophisticated digital consumers that they really are. We also have academic credit, which we know a lot of our competitors don't. I really hope that you choose to invest in the HEX team because we are pretty special. Not only do we have people that are experienced in launching digital education products to 750,000 people worldwide, we've got over 30 years of experience combined from the higher education sector. Myself as a leader and founder, I have 14 years experience in Australia's corporate sector, leading the build of digital products at places like Origin Energy and ANZ. And my team is just incredible, diverse, and super smart. If you choose to support HEX with the BFF grant, you know that you'll be joining a host of incredible partners, such as some of Australia's leading universities. We also work with industry partners all around the world, and we'd be proud to represent Australian tech in that market. Thank you once again for the opportunity to apply for the Boosting Female Founders grant. We look forward to showing you how we can become Australia's next edtech unicorn, and I as a founder am so excited to lead this team into the future and represent Aussie tech on the global stage.